If you want to support the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you. Hey everyone, Trix back with a new video, and in this one we are talking Winter Soldier and Cloning Labs. Now first and foremost, I am hella hyped for Bucky. He is one of my favorite Marvel characters and will almost certainly be my main going forward. But unfortunately there is a huge oversight by Crystal Dynamics with this update that I want to address. Now, Cloning Labs will require level 175 heroes to enter and will drop gear up to level 185. We knew that that was coming, but if you've watched my previous videos, you'll remember me saying that when a hard cap in a live service game gets raised, the path to power to a soft cap must get raised as well. This is live service 101. Unfortunately, the developers at Crystal Dynamics have decided not to entertain this idea, and the only way to get through to 175 remains to be through the Elite Raid and from the bi-weekly event rewards. Now, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now because so many players seem to be thinking that if you didn't get to 175 by now, that's on you. But I want to be clear that this isn't about me, and this is probably not about 90% of you actually watching the video now. You know, my heroes are at 175, and I'm sure watching this, your heroes are at 175 too, most likely. Unfortunately, it is overall, in the big picture, a short-sighted decision that is gatekeeping the game, plain and simple. Players coming back to the game or brand new to the game are forced to slog through the Super Adaptoid, the regular Claw Raid, and the Elite Raid for weeks and weeks and weeks at a time just to be able to play the newest content. This simply does not work, and while many players may be shaking their heads at me right now thinking it's not a big deal, you're not seeing the big picture. Avengers needs to be appealing to newer players, and if you put yourself in the shoes of a player who has never played this game or has maybe put the game down in the last year waiting for more content to come, all of a sudden now you come back to see that you can't actually play the newest content. It's just going to make you put the game back down again. Plain and simple. And on the path that they're going now, hypothetical, imagine we get the Kree raid maybe sometime next year. Let's say that raises the cap to, I don't know, 200, right? Now, if you're a player who still didn't come back for, the Cloning Labs, all of a sudden maybe you want to play as Captain Marvel and you want to level her up, or you want to play the Kree raid. Now you got to go through you got to get to 150. You got to do the Claw Raid. You have to do the Cloning Labs, and then you can finally play the Kree raid. It just doesn't make sense to have these different tunnels and bottlenecks. When you add new content, you have to have more ways to get to the soft cap to be able to play that content. And if you think that that's not a big deal, I'm sorry, but you're just being ignorant and sticking your head in the sand. It does not affect anybody who is currently at 175 if they make it easier to get to 175. You're also only fooling yourself if you believe the existing player base can take the hit. With this nearsighted decision, there will not be any substantial increase in the concurrent players playing the game, and that is not good for anybody. Concurrent players on all platforms is absolutely at an all-time low. The game is truly on its absolute last legs, with many players expecting Embracer Group to pull the plug next year unless Crystal Dynamics turns it around. And unfortunately, with this update and this oversight not welcoming to returning players, this will not turn anything around. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.